Hello everyone, for today's video I have a full dragon themed moveset. This was suggested by Panda Gaming 188, so if you have any moveset theme suggestions, please leave them in the comments and the most interesting and unique ones will be used for future videos. And of course, if you do enjoy these videos, please leave a like. So getting into what Panda Gaming 188 said, we have for my 4 supers, Super Dragon Fist, Super Dragon Flight, Backflip, and After Image, and for my ultimates we have Dragon Fist and Darkness Rush, Super Saiyan as my walking skill, and Dragon Burn as my evasive. So I did decide to make just one change to this moveset, and instead of using Backflip, I decided to use Dragon Flash Bullet. I don't think at the moment that there's any other super attacks in the game that has Dragon in the name, but as we go forward with the game and more DLC comes out, who knows. So first, let's talk about the 2 ultimates. Now, to an extent, Dragon Fist and Darkness Rush are kind of the same. They're both strike ultimates, and really the only efficient way to get your opponent in them is to break their guard and use it immediately, or do a small combo and make sure they don't have enough stamina or time to evade it when you activate it. And of course, once you get your opponent in them, they can't use their evasive to get out of it. So they kind of are the same ultimates here, apart from Dragon Fist taking more damage and requiring 5 bars of ki rather than 3 bars of ki for Darkness Rush. I've seen a few people, not that many, but there's been a few people who've said that Dragon Burn is cheap. Firstly, it takes 3 bars of stamina to use, so if you're just using it randomly, then you're going to really wreck your own stamina bar and ultimately your own health. Plus, if you consider Dragon Burn as an evasive cheap, then you also have to say that evasives such as Zarbon's Bloody Counter or Bloody Dance, I can't remember what it's called, but it's Zarbon's evasive, you'd have to say that that's cheap as well because you can't get out of it unless you use your own evasive. If you have Phantom Fist or After Image equipped, then you can bait them into using their evasive, and they've just wasted 3 bars of stamina and you've only just used 1 bar of ki. And really, if you're anticipating it, then you can evade it. It's not really that hard, but it does take a bit of practice, I will admit, so maybe go practice that. The same thing applies to Absolute Zero, but the problem with Absolute Zero at the moment is the Go Go Gum and Dragon Flash Bullet combo that you can do after it. Super Saiyan as my transformation because at the moment, and in my opinion, it is the best transformation for Saiyans in the game, simply because you can use it in various situations. If you just want a huge damage increase, then just turn Super Saiyan 3, but then again you've got the risk of then having very slow ki recovery, or you can just turn Super Saiyan 1 if you want a damage increase but still retaining your ki recovery. And in addition to that, you'll get access to the 5-hit Super Mad Dance and the warped attacks. So firstly, for my super attacks, I've got After Image, and I just think that's one of the best super attacks in the game because of how it can be used. It's an attack that I run on my personal moveset, and it's something I've been using for a long time now, even back in Xenoverse 1, so it's second nature now for me to use it. Super Dragon Fist and Super Dragon Flight are actually pretty nice attacks, to be honest. If your opponent has no stamina, you can hit them with the Super Dragon Flight and then immediately go into a Super Dragon Fist. I don't think I managed to use that combo in this video, but I did try it and it would have hit, but my opponent just kept vanishing, so there's that. Finally, for Dragon Flash Bullet, I don't think I managed to hit with it in this video, so that is kind of a waste, I guess. So if I were to run this moveset competitively, I would probably change Dragon Flash Bullet for maybe Evil Explosion, and I would replace either of the 2 ultimates with a beam ultimate, so maybe Dragon Fist with Super Kamehameha, or even Super Gadget Gun because that has more uses. So finally, let's get into the first fight. So as I scan my opponent's moveset, I've noticed that he's basically got overpowered attacks and like attacks from the shard that I'm supposed to do like the most damage. Attacks such as Big Bang Kamehameha, Super God Shock Flash, and times 100 Big Bang Kamehameha. So maybe with the exception of Saiyan Spirit, which you can use to combo into, his attacks are very slow to use, so that's going to be a huge advantage for me. So there's a nice camera angle here of me using the basic energy rush, and I get a very nice 50-hit combo. I know this guy's insane because, of course, he's got the Saiyan Spirit, and because of his attacks and the fact he's got maximum charge, I know he's going to go Super Saiyan 3 at some point. So in a moment, I'm going to vanish and he's going to hit me with Saiyan Spirit, which I thought was very nice, but I decided not to use Dragon Burn there because I doubt he would have protected me throughout the entire attack. I mean, he may have, but I didn't want to take the risk that early on. So now I turn Super Saiyan 3, and now I want to return the favour. So as he dashes into me, I counter it by using Dragon Burn to temporarily paralyse him, and then I hit him with the Dragon Fist. And after the Dragon Fist, I'm pretty much just going to stand still because there's no reason for me to pursue him at this point. I mean, I could, and I could beat him that way, but I just want to see what he's going to do, and in a moment he's going to turn Super Saiyan 3 after he uses maximum charge. So really, I'm just baiting him because when he does turn Super Saiyan 3, I can use the homing dash to then break his guard, and then I can finish him off that way, which that's pretty much what I do. So I use the homing dash to break his guard as he turns Super Saiyan 3, then I hit him with the Super Dragon Flight, and I went for the homing dash there, but he missed because he was just falling, so I went for it again, and now he's on very low health. I go for a third homing dash, but invincibility frames protected him there, and now he's going to go for the Saiyan Spirit. I stop it by using Dragon Burn, and then I get a perfect block off there if you watch it back closely, and then I finish him off with the epic Super Dragon Flight. So that was a very fun first fight and a good fight to warm up to, so let's see what the second fight has for us. So as the second fight starts, I'm just standing still because I was doing something else. I think I was replying to a comment or something like that, so I accidentally vanished. So I'm kind of at a disadvantage to start off with. I scanned his moveset and noticed he's got Final Flash and Body Change, so I'm thinking, oh boy, this is going to be fun. So in this fight, I really do need to conserve my stamina, just in case he goes for the Body Change, and if he does and I don't have enough stamina to use Dragon Burn to protect myself, that's going to be bad news. In a moment, he's going to use Future Super Saiyan, and then I'm thinking, oh crap, okay, I really do need to be careful now because Future Super Saiyan does give you a bonus in attack, and you still get some key recovery. So I'm thinking, well, his strategy is going to be to body change me here. So again, I've said this like 3 times now, I do need to be careful. So that being said, I go for Super Saiyan 3, not really expecting to use that much ki or stamina, and just pure damage in basic attacks. So here he goes for the Final Flash, and I decide to just take it full on because I can really afford to. Like, I still have more health than he does, plus I have more ki and more stamina, so I'm just winning in general at the moment. And here I go for the Super Dragon Flight, and I tried to use Super Dragon Fist, but he was just too far away for me to be able to do it there. He goes for a second Final Flash, which I thought was very surprising, but I perfect block the first hit, then I break his guard just before it finishes, and now I get him in a Darkness Rush, and that's going to do a lot of damage, but not nearly enough to finish him off, sadly. Now here, I should have just used the homing dash to finish him off that way. For some reason, I thought he had more than 3 bars of ki here, so I was expecting him to go for a body change, but I'm just baiting him into vanishing now. I notice he'll vanish after a very short combo, so that way I can prepare to do a back hit or the Anticipation Fist, and I finish him off in probably the most disrespectful way possible by using Dragon Burn, and that's going to do just enough damage to finish him off there, which I thought was very funny, but oh well, that does suck for him. But anyway, let's move on to the third fight. So this next fight was very annoying to start off with, and you'll see why. The connection was just all over the place. You'll see in a moment. He used his final blow and I'm nowhere near it, but it still hits me. I mean, it was funny, but it was very frustrating and annoying, and I did really have to start playing seriously at some point. So at the start of the fight, I scanned this guy's moves, and I noticed he had Super Ki Explosion and Reverse Memory Senko as his 2 ultimates. They're decent attacks, but they can only be used from very short range. But then again, so can my 2 ultimates, so I guess he makes it fair in that regard, I don't know. And he's also using the Crystal Battlesuit, which, if you guys remember, was a Xenoverse 1 pre-order bonus. I think you can unlock the Gold and Crystal Battlesuits in Xenoverse 2 from one of Shenron's wishes, but I just find it very cool when people use old school outfits like that. I mean, I don't even know if this guy realises that these were the Xenoverse 1 pre-order bonuses. I don't know, I just find it very cool. So there, I went for the Dragon Burn to paralyse him and immediately used the Super Dragon Flight to get a nice bit of damage on him. He turned Super Saiyan 3, so I got enough stamina to use the Homing Dash to break his guard, then immediately follow that up by using Dragon Fist, and that's going to do a lot of damage. And at this point, like in the previous fight, I don't need to pursue him now. Now, given the difference in our stamina, I do need to be careful, so I'm just going to let him pursue me. I went for the Super Dragon Fist there, and he used his evasive, which I thought was very weird. And now he's going to use Super Explosive Wave, probably thinking that I'm going to dash into him. If that was what he was thinking, then I can understand that, unless he misclicked, and I don't know, but it does feel like now to an extent he's starting to panic. And as you saw right there, as soon as he had 2 bars of stamina recovered, he vanished, which you should never do that unless you can help it, because your opponent's going to realise that. So here I go for a second Super Dragon Flight, and now he has pretty much no health, and again, and unintentionally, I finished this guy off with the Dragon Burn. So thank you guys for watching so far. If I remember correctly, the final fight in this video was very close, so I know you you guys will really enjoy that. So with that being said, thank you once again for watching so far guys, and I really do hope you enjoy the rest of the video.